Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94 here, back with another reaction video today. Everybody want to upload today. Everybody want to upload today. Everybody want to upload today. Oh, boy. Everybody want to upload today. So everybody want to upload today on a Saturday, and I got to react to this shit, and I got to put it all out on a Sunday. Y'all making me work. Y'all making me work. I wasn't trying to work. I'm sick. Well, I'm not really sick that much anymore. That concoction I made of Tylenol, NyQuil, and fucking ginger ale, that shit did numbers on my body. Boy, I was asleep for a long ass time. I was gone. That shit put me out. I was down for the count to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can count to 1,000,000. I ain't getting up for shit. Okay? Nigga, I woke up at 7 o'clock at night. Nigga, it is fucking, it's late at night now. And I'm just getting to these goddamn videos. But anyways, though, shout out to the homie Maverick, though. You already know, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel. From the likes up, the views up, the comments up, subscribers up, and all that good stuff. You already know they show that love. I'm here. We're going to show that love right back. And without further ado, let's get right into this. This is 5 movies everyone hates that I love, and 5 movies that everyone loves that I hate. Okay. So this should be interesting. This is by the homie Maverick. Let's get it, man.
Evening, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Mav, bringing you to another dope list video after so long. This one is going to be 5 movies that everyone hates that I love, and 5 movies everyone loves that I hate. And you already know it's my #1 rule with these videos. You got to make your own list if you disagree with my picks. I'm going to give you all another rule here. Excuse me. It ain't going to be no honorable mentions. It ain't going to be no honorable mentions this time around, because I do plan to turn this into a series, amongst other things, like the Crush series I did a few months ago. But yeah, man. First of all, I want to say I'm grateful to be back in front of y'all doing list videos. I would have done one last week, but I had a sore throat. But now that my throat is back healthy again, I am fully at my peak of my powers to where I can do this for you guys again. I appreciate y'all liking, subscribing, and all of that. We passed 1.6K. Y'all keep the engagement going, keep the conversations going, keep sharing, keep liking all that good stuff. All right. Hold on. Excuse me, y'all. Wintertime blues. But anyway, let's get right into it. Movie that I hate that everyone loved. Star Wars: The Last Jedi. And the reason why I say everybody...
How about Star Wars in general? Because everybody loves Star Wars. I hate it. Even the good Star Wars. The good Star Wars from the 70s and the 80s, whatever fucking year shit came out. I don't give 2 shits about Star Wars. I don't give 2 shits about it. They got some dope-ass video games, though. Even though I don't know none of the shit about the fucking movie. But still, they got some fire-ass video games. But outside of the video games, I don't give 2 fucks about Star Wars, bro. I don't, bro. Remember, I had a Lego set. Fuck that Lego set, nigga. I'd never opened that box once. I think that box is still... I'm pretty sure my mom still got that box sitting somewhere. That box is probably still sitting somewhere with the plastic on it. Not open, because I never took the time to sit there and actually build that Star Wars Lego shit. Because I didn't give 2 shits about Star Wars. But if I had to say, like, just as a franchise as a whole, fuck Star Wars.
Loves it, and it's because this movie actually got positive reviews by Rotten Tomatoes and several other internet sharks, man. Well, my question to them is like, were these people in the freaking theater? Oh my gosh. Like, okay. The main problem with this movie is that they switched directors. They went from J.J. Abrams to Rian Johnson, and Rian Johnson pretty much directed this movie into a shithole that Rise of Skywalker couldn't save itself.
Hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass.
This movie is
the fuck are you talking about? That shit
just crapping on everything that made the original trilogy iconic, and the prequel trilogy, you know, hold up the original trilogy on its feet. And then Force Awakens was a good beginning, but you know what I'm saying? So there was a lot bad, just as much as it was good, so it was a mixed bag. And then this movie just chopped every leg, you know what I'm saying, from the front. The Rise of Skywalker, leaving the back legs to Rise of Skywalker. Like, this movie was absolutely a disappointment of epic proportions. Like, why did they turn Luke into a guy that doesn't care about, you know what I'm saying, the Jedi Order and training up new Jedi and all that? Like, why did they turn him into that? And then, like, dog, Why did they do my boy Finn so bad? Like he's the only black main character. You know what I'm saying? Because Lando is a side character. He's the only black main character in this, and then you give him a stupid romance arc with a chick named Rose. When we all know from the beginning he liked him some freaking Rey. Why? And then dog Snoke. Oh my lord. Why did they kill Snoke off so early? And then not only that, they had a BS reason in the next movie why he was killed. It turned out he was a body that freaking Palpatine was the puppet master of. Like, we supposed to believe that this dude is the big bad behind Kylo Ren? Come on! Weak, trash, garbage. The high point of this movie is when Kylo and Rey was teaming up against Snoke's little goons. That's one high point. You know what I'm saying? The other high point is Luke finally dying, I think. But before that, tricking Kylo Ren into thinking that he was there in person when really he was just a Force apparition. And that triggered him so much. I'm sorry, Kylo Ren is a weak villain. He has nothing on Darth Vader. Anyways, let me move on before I blow a gasket on this movie. Like, 2 packs of ass. This and Rise of Skywalker. 2 packs of ass.
That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
Love. This movie got crappy reviews, but I don't care. I go back to this movie every time it's on TV. Jason freaking X. This dude, Jason, just when you thought you'd get rid of him, some idiots in the future in space just dig up his bones and just thaw him out and thinking that it's a good freaking idea. But no, it's always been a running gag that some idiot revives Jason without even realizing it. Sometimes on purpose. Like this movie, it was on purpose, and they executed it flawlessly here. I even like his first kill where he smashes somebody's head through after putting it in the doggone liquid that freezes you, and then he just smashes his face on the table and just tosses it. I'm like, this dude.
I never saw this movie. Then again, I was little around this time, and I wasn't like big. Yeah, I was a little kid. I wasn't into scary movies. I was watching like comedies and action movies. I hated dramas because they were boring. They talked too much. I hated romantic movies because that's some girly shit. I'm a boy. I'm not a girl. I'm not into that girly shit. I didn't like horror movies because I didn't. What make you think I want to sit up here being afraid at night, thinking that some nigga in a hockey mask or some nigga could come into my dreams with these sharp ass fingertips and stab me and kill me? What make you think me as a kid really want to go through that? Nigga, I'm watching Nickelodeon Cartoon Network. You really think I'm sitting up here watching this bullshit? No. I will look at some titties though, but I'll look at some titties now. You got some titties on there. I'll watch that. That was a little bit of my forte. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was a little gooner.
Who's a freaky ass nigga?
But aside from that, yeah, I wasn't into this. I never saw this, and I don't even remember this. Like, I remember it, but I don't remember it, bro. Like nobody talked about it. Like, when it comes to Jason movies, nobody talks about this one. So it must be that ass if nobody talks about it, because I don't recall nobody ever coming through and saying like, "Yo, did you see that, Jay?" Because we'll talk about the other movies. We'll talk about some of the other scary movies, like the Chucky movies or the goddamn Freddy versus Jason. That was the most talked about Jason movie I know, when Freddy and Jason faced each other. But this movie right here, nobody spoke on this goddamn movie, so I wouldn't know what happened in this movie at all. Like I said, I was a kid. I wasn't watching this shit. Would I watch it today? Nah, it don't spark my interest. I'm not interested. I'm still not watching those scary movies like that, bro. Only watch scary movies with the hoes, though. Watch scary movies with the hoes. I'm telling you. Watching scary movies with the hoes, I'm telling you. Watching scary movies with the hoes. That's the only time I watch scary movies, was when I'm with the hoes. Because they're not scary. Not scary. Well, I'm not scared of these fucking movies. I'm just saying, like, it's just funny to watch. It's not scary to me, but it's horrifying to them. And it's just funny to see their reaction throughout the whole movie. Like, don't go in there. Don't go there. Oh my God. It's like, it's a fucking movie. They have to go in there. They have to move the plot forward. Somebody got to die. It's a
And then like another great kill is when those two horny little broads started stripping down, dang near butt naked, and then like he just takes them in a sleeping bag and just beats them against each other like pow, pow, pow. The kills in this movie were freaking hilarious, man. And then when he comes out as Uber Jason after being put in that chamber, epic shot, epic shot. I don't care, man. This movie rocks, man. Like way to blend sci-fi and horror, because usually the two don't mix, but this was amazing. Shout out Jason X, man. Hate. Casino Royale from 06. Not the old school from the 60s. No, we're talking about the Casino Royale from 06. Reason why.
007 is another franchise I don't watch. It's another franchise I don't watch, and I'm just not interested in watching. But the video games is fire, though. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing, though. I don't watch the movies, but the video games be fire, though. That's the part. I'm not, bro. You can't blame me for that. Shit just don't spark my interest like that. What y'all may deem as like, bro, this is the coldest shit you ever seen, bro. You gotta watch this shit. Says who? I don't have to watch nothing that you recommend. I don't watch nothing. I barely watch movies today. I still ain't seen I've seen Deadpool. I'm tripping. I seen Deadpool. I saw that one in theaters. I still haven't seen a couple of movies this year. It's a couple of movies that came out that everybody talked about you should go see. I still ain't seen them fucking movies yet. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but I know there's a couple of movies this year that came out I have not seen. And I still refuse to go see him. So what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? I still have never seen a 007 a day in my life. I couldn't tell you one. I know Halle Berry was in one time, but I still never saw it. They don't spark my interest. Like, these type of movies just don't spark my interest. I'm into action movies. I love action movies, but this one, 007, just never sparked my interest. It always seemed boring. But the video games be fire, though. That's the crazy part.
I grew up in the Pierce Brosnan era of 007 films, and those films were all pretty good. And then I went back and watched Sean Connery and Roger Moore. They were great Bonds too. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't get Daniel Craig's portrayal. I think these movies get well received because of how well they are written, rather than the portrayal of James Bond. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like Daniel Craig takes James Bond roles too serious, man. We've always been used to his lightheartedness and his riz with the ladies and all that. Like, you know, I mean, you saw some riz with the ladies in this one, but like, it wasn't as like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't as free spirited as when Sean Connery would do it, as when Roger Moore would do it, as Pierce Brosnan would do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, granted, the storyline definitely carried, but I hate this movie because of the portrayal of James Bond. Like, it's not the same James Bond we know and love. I'm just keeping it real. Daniel Craig fans, do not shoot me. He's just not my cup of tea. All right. Love. Spy Kids 3, game over. Now, when this movie came out, everybody said this was boring and it was trash. Me, as a 4-year-old kid watching this, and
I got a funny story about the time I was watching this movie. So peep this, right? So I forgot when this came out. This had to come out like 04, 05, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 04. No, it had to be 05. I should look it up real quick. Hold on. Let me look it up real quick. Let me look it up real quick. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let me look it up real quick. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We get the facts straight over here, cuz. This motherfucker load. When did Spy Kids 3 come out?
In the United States of America, Spy Kids 3D Game Over came out on July 25th, 2003.
Oh, shit. In 2003. Oh, damn, I must have got my years off. But this had to be like 05. So this is my first time watching it because I wasn't watching Spy Kids. I watched Spy Kids 1 because that's the only one I had on VHS. That's the only Spy Kids I had on VHS was Spy Kids 1. Spy Kids 2 and 3, never saw them. I still haven't seen 2 to this day. Spy Kids 2 is one of the few Spy Kid movies I've never seen. But Spy Kids 3, I saw. I saw that. I saw that while I was. It was 2005. You gotta understand. I was a big ass. I was a big ass 11-year-old. Okay, I was a big ass 11-year-old. I was 5'6" as an 11-year-old. Okay, so I kind of came off as a high school kid to a certain degree. I would always lie and say I was a freshman. I was in my 9th grade year. I'm a freshman. I would always lie and say I'm in my 9th grade year. It's like, you don't sound like it. It's like, okay, I'm 14, bro. Look at me. Do I look like a little kid? No, I'm a big kid. I'm a teenager. Come on now. Nigga, I'm not even a fucking teenager. I'm 11, nigga. And I'm out here trying to I'm out here trying to holler at this I'm trying to holler at this 15-year-old girl. Trying to get her number. She like, cool. So we go back to, so she lived in my neighborhood though. And she lived down the street. She was a light skin too. And I saw her outside one day. I was like, what's good? I was like, what's good? She like, so I was like, yeah, what's up with it though? She's like, we ain't talked in a minute. What's happening? It's like, nah, sure, I'll be thinking about you. I wanted to come over here and talk to you, but I don't know if you be home or not. And she was like, oh, okay, well, you could come on in. Ain't nobody here. The shit I was doing as a youngin', y'all would not understand. Your boy was out here wilding, bruh. Boy, finally tapped some ass. It was finally just out here just wilding, bruh. Oh my god. I saw the first time I saw this movie, I was clapping cheeks. Yes, I was clapping cheeks. With a girl that I thought was like she was experienced, but I took the lead on that one. That was my first time taking the lead, boy. She was a virgin. She was kind of new to the game. I was like, hold on, baby, slow down. Let me do my thing. I got to show you how the pros do it.
Who's a freaky ass nigga? Who's a freaky ass nigga? Who's a
I was just saying. Hey, it be like that though, nigga. I can't get mad at me. Oh my god. Hey, that's a good movie though. It's good. Hey, this is a good movie when you clapping cheeks though. I ain't gonna I ain't gonna lie to you, cuz. This a good ass movie to be clapping cheeks to, nigga. All the craziness that be going on here, you be like, damn, they doing all that up here. Hold on real quick. Yeah, you like that? Yeah, take that. Yeah. I like it when you scraping and scrambling for shit, baby. I like that shit, baby. Yeah. Nah, I'll be wild. I was wilding, bro. The younger me was a menace, bro. That nigga was wilding, bro. Shout out to the younger me, but nigga, you was wilding, bro. God damn.
And then in my teenage and adulthood years, going back and watching this was a fun ride. Like, I thought this movie was actually pretty good.
Like I said, yeah, this is a good movie to watch when you clapping cheeks. I don't know when you watching it by yourself though. If you just sit down and like randomly just watch this movie. I remember this movie randomly came on HBO Family one time. I was looking at this shit like, man, if you'll turn this shit off. But nigga, when I was clapping cheeks at that shit, nigga, I was, hey, this a good ass movie, cuz.
Like it's not as good as its predecessors, Spy Kids 1 and Spy Kids 2, Island of Lost Dreams, which is the GOAT of the franchise, in my opinion. Everybody says Spy Kids 1, but I'm like, nah, Spy Kids 2 takes the cake for
I've never seen Spy Kids 2.
But I can get into that in another video. We're talking about Spy Kids 3. Spy Kids 3 was actually solid, you know what I'm saying? Like, I do like the main plot of kids getting trapped in the game as they play.
Was there a fourth one? I could have sworn there was like a fourth Spy Kids movie, wasn't it? But they changed the actors up for the fourth one. I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
You know what I'm saying? And they can't get out unless they shut the game down from online. Because this was released around the same year like the very first Xbox got presented to us, and it introduced us using Wi-Fi to get online instead of having to use a LAN Ethernet cable if you have PS2 to get online. You know what I'm saying? It introduced a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it was a nice predecessor to what we would get later on down the line when, come 3 to 4 year time, the Xbox 360 gets launched, and then the PS3 gets launched, and then sometime in the midst of that, the Wii comes out. You know what I'm saying? And they would have you, you know what I'm saying, go over Wi-Fi and play online. Just like these kids in these movies, they are literally in the game online trying to beat it as a unit. You know what I'm saying? I do like some of the tasks that Junie has to go through, like fighting mechs, fighting Tinker Toys. You know what I'm saying? Riding and surfing through lava, after finding his sister. Because the first half of the plot was finding Carmen, the second half of the plot was shutting down the game. I do like the twist at the end where the guy turns out to not be so good because the toy maker takes him out in less than 5 seconds. I'm like, wow, what a waste of Elijah Wood! Because really, the guy is Junie in uniform, because the guy did not have the uniform strong enough to withstand those bolts. And it turned out that Junie was not the deceiver. Shorty, who was the AI that he beat in the mech and was slowly starting to have feelings for, turns out she was the deceiver the whole time. I'm like, what freaking twins? Ah! And then the fact that towards the end of the movie, it took his granddad, you know, after they shut down the game, they pretty much let all the toy makers, minions and all that come through and try to destroy the world and whatnot. And it took his granddad to get inside the toy maker's little hub inside of the cockpit of his mech, and it took him to finally forgive him for him to pretty much call off his attack. And that's kind of like a callback to, like, you know, the first movie where Junie has a conversation with Fluke to turn him good. Second movie, well, the conversation doesn't happen in the second movie, but Donegan in this movie, who was the villain in Spy Kids 2, after he got dismissed as director of OSS, he got relegated to research and development after Gertie, at the end of the second movie, threatened to tell his wife, which is portrayed by fine-ass Salma Hayek. Anyway, let me stop.
You's a freaky-ass nigga!
After he gets persuaded, gets relegated into research and development with his wife, Salma Hayek, he pretty much is back into being a good guy. You know what I'm saying? There's some nice face heel turn moments in these movies that I just can't overlook. You know what I mean? And then, like, everybody banding together. Everybody hated it, but me, I liked it, especially when the cowboy Diggy Weeks out of nowhere pretty much branded one of the robots with his skiller, with his name on it. That's hilarious. Rest in peace, Bill Paxton, man. But yeah, I will still go back to this movie. Like, hands down. Like, this movie's fun to watch. The story may not be as great as the other two, but it's still a fun ride to get through. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
want to be on some childish shit. Watch this while I'm clapping cheeks. I don't know why, bro. I feel like being on some childish shit right now. I'm saying, though, I feel like being on some childish shit and clapping cheeks while watching this movie again. I don't know why. I
understand why people had criticisms, but once you overlook it, it's actually a great movie to watch. Anyway. Warning. We do not talk about the fourth movie. That didn't happen. I don't care if Fine as Jessica Alba is in the movie. That didn't happen.
See, I knew it was a fourth one. I knew it was a fourth one.
Moving on.
I think they tried to do a fifth one, but they canceled. They canceled it because it didn't do good. The last movie didn't do good at the box office, so they just canceled the fifth one because they were trying to do a fifth one. They were trying to go all the way with this. I think they said they was gonna do like 8 of them in total. They was like, nah, bro, this ain't doing unit. This ain't moving units no more. Cut this shit off.
Hate. Paranormal Activity. I could put the whole series in here, but I'm putting the first one because of how overhyped it got.
I ain't never watched a Paranormal Activity in my life. But I did see Haunted House with Marlon Wayans, which was like a parody of this. So that's about as close as it's gonna get. I don't like these type of movies, bro. I hate these type of movies where they gotta jump scare you every like 5 seconds to keep you interested in the movie. Like, I tried to sit through one of these type of movies, bro. These are boring, bro. These are fucking boring, bro. Like, I would like, bro. Marlon did it right, bro. He made it a comedy. He made it funny. Like, that's gonna keep me interested. Like, if we gotta sit through this and y'all gotta act and portray like all this goofy shit going on when we clearly know this is CGI and effects and shit like that, I'm not finna sit through this bullshit. Fuck this Paranormal Activity. Anybody that likes these type of movies, you must be a very boring person. you gotta be a boring ass person. I'm telling you, bro. Anybody that watch these movies, and sit through these movies and enjoy these movies, you gotta be a boring ass person, bro. Because I'm not gonna sit here and just keep sitting through jump scare after jump scare after jump scare after jump scare. Quiet it down for a little bit, then let's start moving the plot along, and then it's dark now. It's quiet now. It's quiet. It's like what? Why? This shit is boring.
In the middle of my middle school days, like, why did people like this movie? Like, I watched it once when my parents got it for Redbox, and I'm like, this isn't even scary. This isn't even scary. And the story was so boring to me that I stopped watching it midway through. I went back to my room and started playing my PlayStation 3. So yeah, man, this movie is just a mess. Like, it tries to jump scare you, it tries to come off like it's The Exorcist, but it fails. It fails on so many reasons. I'd rather watch The Exorcism of Emily Rose all over again than deal with this bullshit. Like, this isn't even scary. Like, I don't know who created this movie, but you could have done better, bro. You could have done better. Shaun of the Dead is a million times better than this, because at least it actually has freaking humor. This movie has no freaking humor. Trash. Love. Some of y'all might get mad, but I don't care. Because this movie right here, fucking hilarious. A lot of y'all hated this movie. But I love to see a Chucky.
I hated this movie. I ain't gonna lie to you. I hated this movie. The Bride of Chucky was way better than this one. The Bride of Chucky was actually like the first scary movie I think I ever watched in its entirety. And I wasn't afraid because I'm looking at it like, yo, they're dolls and they're fucking. Like, why are dolls fucking each other? This shit was hilarious, bro. But this one right here, this is 2 packs of ass. And then when they killed Redman, I was like, all right, bro. They killed Redman on some bullshit. Like, yo, why would they do that? Like, yeah, bro, this was like that mid 2000s bullshit, bro. Definitely wasn't interested in this.
I freaking love to see a Chucky. I watched it for the first time as an adult in years, a couple weeks ago, and I still find it fucking hilarious. Like, bro, first of all, let me target you with the demographics.
Hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass.
White horror movie fan.
The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
It's not, you know what I'm saying, what you were used to in the Child's Play series. I get it. But
that shit is
once you don't take this movie seriously, like, mind you, I was 5 when I first watched the movie. I did not take this movie freaking serious.
I'm gonna be real with you. I like the Bride of Chucky more than I like the Child's Play series. I think the Bride of Chucky is the best one, hands down. Fight me. I think the Bride of Chucky was the best one. In my perspective, I've watched Child's Play 1, 2. I saw a couple of 3. I ain't really get into it. I think it was a 4th one. If it is a 4th one, I never saw it. But Bride of Chucky though, that shit was probably the best one. The rest of these, you could throw Child's Play, all the rest of them. You can throw all of them in the trash. Throw all them shits in the trash.
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
Trash!
I'm sorry, but Bride of Chucky is the best one. I don't care. Fight me.
Seriously, not at all. Once you turn off your brain, you'll actually enjoy this movie. Most black people I run into that watch this movie like this movie, and it shows, man. Like, we were represented very well with Redman, even though he died later on in the movie, but still, we were represented pretty well with Redman. You know what I'm saying? Getting seduced by milfy ass Jennifer Tilly. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I do love about this movie. They blend borderlines between the fiction and the reality really, really good here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a fourth wall break happening throughout the whole entire film. You know what I'm saying?
That
like,
shit is
you know,
fucking
you got a lot
trash,
of great
dog.
fucking
Get the
scenes
fuck
here.
off
Like,
the airwaves.
you know, you have Chucky and Tiffany literally being hooked up to a robot machine and portraying themselves in a whole different film where they're stalking a Santa Claus in England, where the dog goes haywire and doesn't repeat its lines correctly. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, their son, who was birthed in the prequel to this movie, Bride of Chucky, at the end of it, Glenn, well, their androgynous son, because sometimes he switches between Glenn and Glenda. Their son, Glenn, finally finds them and resurrects them, and then they get to witness both of them killing. You know what I'm saying? And Glenn has a tendency to wet his pants. Everybody didn't like it, but Chucky's response to that, he was like, "Oh gosh, kid, you're pissing your pants." And then even when he first meets him, he was like, whose parents did this kid belong to be called shitface? And I'm like, you do realize you're roasting yourselves here, Chucky and Tiffany. And then was another funny scene. Man, another funny scene in here is when, like, after they knock out Jennifer Tilly and Redman, and then, like, Jennifer Tilly gets tied up. Actually, no. This was after Redman gets killed because Jennifer Tilly told him that he was pregnant, and then Redman was like, impossible, I had a vasectomy not that long ago. And the fact that they didn't even get down to the business because Chucky and Tiffany were looking for them to inherit their body. You know what I'm saying? So they had to knock both of them out. You know what I'm saying? After Jennifer Tilly gets tied up, and after Chucky in a weird but funny ass scene, him masturbating to horrorcore porn models, you know what I'm saying? And then the photographer was like, a masturbating midget? Ooh, God bless the little people. I'm like, dude, you're such a great. And then, like, of course Chucky would get off to stuff like that. Like, he was having a good old time in there, man. Bars no Diddy because, you know, a dog masturbating, but like, he was enjoying himself, man.
Hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass.
Freaking,
the fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
Chucky was like trying to grope her. And then, like, Tiffany was like, what the hell's going on here? And then she sprang her hair. And then Chucky was like, she came on to me. What was I supposed to do? And I'm like, you lying motherfucker. You was trying to grope her in front of your wife. He
because P. Diddy be wanting the body. And you gotta tell him no. You gotta tell him no.
The night before,
I
did. Sneaks Glenn out to try to kill the photographer that was taking pictures of everybody. And then he has one last picture of him with the photographer that got that acid poured on his face because Glenn scared the shit out of him. And he ended up bumbling and falling onto, like, a shelf with the fork acid on top, and then it breaks and falls on his head and it burns him. And then Chucky was laughing his butt off and it took the picture, and then once the picture falls out of Chucky's pouch, Tiffany just scolds him for it. He was like, you should have seen the kid. He's a natural born killer. But yeah, man. Another funny scene is all the times when Tiffany is spying on Jennifer Tilly and she hears her and Redman, you know what I'm saying, about to get it on. She's like, man, she's such a slut. Like, it's the delivery of these lines. Not how cliche they are. It's how it's delivered, man. And then, like, even before Glenda and Chucky kill the photographer, he runs a fake ass Britney Spears off the road, and then Chucky's like, oops, I did it again. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, Chucky. Oh, man. But yeah, man. But above all this, the best part of the movie is, well, there's 3 very best parts, and they happen sequentially. Glenn telling his parents he don't want to be no killer. And then, later on, turning into Glenda, who actually wants to be a killer, and burning Jennifer Tilly's assistant, Joan, on fire. And then Chucky just praising it all to live in hell. And then Tiffany slapping the crap out of him. And it turns it back into Glenn. That was iconic. And then Chucky's rant about him having a high tolerance for nuts, but him wanting to be a human being, too much for him. And his speech about him remaining a killer doll and him digging it is less complicated. And he complains about the harsh realities of humanity, of him getting old and not being able to get it up anymore and all of that. And then as a doll, he's famous. He's the most notorious killer doll to ever exist and all that. And he doesn't want to lose his reputation. And then Tiffany, mind you, there were signs of her turning face with her calling the, over the phone psychologist about her dealing with her addiction to killing and all that, and how she no longer wants to be killing, wants her and Chucky to be as good role models for their son/daughter. There were signs of it, but it finally came to light when Tiffany was like, I want to be Jennifer Tilly. I want more, Chucky. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who you are anymore. And then Chucky's like, what are you trying to say, Tiff? And then Tiffany's like, it's over. I'm leaving you, Chucky, and I'm taking the kid. And I'm like, classic. The face turned. And he was like, nobody leaves me. And then he tried to throw the knife to kill her. And then the doggone limo driver, chauffeur, jumps in front of Tiffany to save her life. And then, like, Tiffany takes that same knife and throws it back at Chucky. Masterful writing. Then over towards the end of the movie, after Tiffany does the chant, and then Chucky breaks in the room with the axe, he teased us by making a shining reference by saying, here's Johnny. He was like, I forgot what I was about to say. Fuck it. Then he breaks into the freaking hospital room. You know what I'm saying? Unknowingly how he got in there, how he got even in the building, but we're going to roll with it. And then, like, freaking Tiffany finally does the chant and then gets hacked in her head by Chucky. And then Glenn, proving once and for all that he wants to be a face and not a killer, he finally stands up to Chucky and hacks every single one of his limbs and then cuts off his head. He was like, it's not Glinda. It's your chip off the old block. Oh, that's fucking amazing. And then he finally transfers his two beings into the twins that Jennifer Tilly gave birth to in scenes prior. You know what I'm saying? And then like the end part of the movie is Glenn and Glenda having a birthday party. You know what I'm saying? And Jennifer Tilly being the mother. And then like their nanny, you know what I'm saying, complaining about Glenda, giving her a hard time, and how Glenn is the sweetheart. Obviously because Glenn doesn't want to be a killer. He's a face. He's a kind kid. You know, Tilly still has the Tiffany doll in her hand, and then she smacks the freaking nanny right across the head with it, revealing that Tiffany's soul is inside of Jennifer Tilly's body, and it's successful. The body switch was successful. You know what I'm saying? That was an amazing plot. That was an amazing plot device right there, man. And then how the movie ends, with Chucky never truly being dead, is Chucky's arm is presented to Glenn with an unknown writer, and the arm comes up and chokes Glenn, human Glenn that is, telling us that this franchise is far from over. Which leads us to Curse of Chucky, but I'll make another video for that if you want me to. Moving on. Hate. Avatar. Avatar is one of the most overrated, most overly CG movies ever. Like, when I watched it as a kid, I couldn't get into it word for damn because I was fooled. Because around that same time,
I never saw this movie a day in my life. I never cared for it. It never drew any attention to me. I didn't care for this shit. This came out in 2010, if I'm not mistaken, right? So if this came out in 2010, yeah, the only thing I was interested in 2010 was Lottery Ticket and Toy Story 3. I didn't give two fucks. I didn't give two fucks about this shit, bro. Only thing I was interested in was Toy Story 3 and Lottery Ticket, bro. Fuck Avatar.
You know, the real Avatar movie, which was the last Airbender, got announced. And I thought this was that. But no. I mean, if you ask me, both this movie and the last Airbender were two packs of ass. So, and like I hardly even remember the plot because I was just so bored. I was just so bored looking at this movie. Like, I couldn't get into this when I saw it. Like, I didn't see what my middle school friends saw in this movie. Like, I don't get it. And I still won't. And I heard this movie got a sequel after so long. I still won't watch the sequel. And this movie is getting a threequel in the next year. And I'm not going to care to watch that one. Because of how boring this movie is. I'll see what y'all see in it. Moving forward. Love. Halloween Resurrection. I know why this movie gets hated, because Michael's death in Halloween H2O was retconned, and to say that he crushed somebody's vocal cords and made him put on the uniform and mask, so it wasn't really him that got his head cut off. But this freaking movie is a fun ride from from start to finish. First of all, you know what I'm saying, the house party where Deckard is guiding the main characters through, I thought that was pretty lit, because at the time it reminded me of Wave from Kim Possible. When I watched this, I was a kid, mind you. And then you know what I'm saying, you got you know what I'm saying, Busta Rhymes being the head of Dangertainment, which is the production company that's shooting all of this and making it possible for them to be inside Michael Myers' house, old ass house, you know what I'm saying, old abandoned house, that, and Tyra Banks as his girlfriend. And then you have my boy from the barbershop in this movie too. He was pretty solid. I like how he stood up to Michael and fought him with 2 knives. He was like, first he threw some spices in his eyes to blind him temporarily. He was like, then he took 2 knives and was like, what's some of this? Huh? He was standing up to him at first, you know what I'm saying? But Michael, being stronger than he looks, you know what I'm saying, easily overpowered him. And then he pretty much stabbed him on the door after lifting him up out of his shoes. And then like leaving him there to hang like he's a curtain. The kills in this movie were fantastic. Then there was another one where he squished the dude's brains out to the point where blood was leaking from his eyes. And then he cut the blonde girl's head off clean too. It was clean to where like the people watching from the party, her head was rolling with the camera, and they were screaming like a mother freaker, man. But y'all already know the MVP of this movie belongs to Busta Rhymes, aka Freddy. First of all, when he first ran into the real Michael Myers, when he was trying to be a fake one, he thought it was somebody from his crew. He threw off Michael Myers so quick that Michael Myers didn't even hesitate to go back. He didn't even try to kill him. It's like Michael knew he was about business. A lot of people didn't like that, but I loved it. As somebody that's used to seeing black people die in horror movies, I loved it. And then like this dude saved Lori, which was the main white girl, contacting Deckard throughout the movie because you know she has a plot on. This dude went absolute apeshit on Michael Myers. First of all, he hit sticks him, allowing Lori to run free. And then like Michael was like, get off me, bro. And then just shoves to the side and then tries to go look for Lori. And then Lori pretty much wraps the doggone cord around Michael as Michael is trying to kill Freddy. And then like, you know what I'm saying, Michael throws her off and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And then Phelan realized that Lori wrapped the camera cord around his neck. So Freddy realizing that, you know, Michael was distracted trying to kill Lori with his slow eyes. He was like, yo, Michael, come see me. Yo, Michael, come and see me. Mike, look at me. Okay. Yeah. Because remember, before that, he was like, so you want to be on Dangertainment? let's see what you got. And then he just round kicks him like he was straight out of a kung fu movie. And then he was trying to kick him again, and he grabbed his leg, and then that's when Laurie wrapped the doggone camcorder around him. After he was trying to chop his leg off. You know what I'm saying? So while he was trying to kill Laurie, he was like, Michael, come and see me. Yo, Mikey, come and see me. And then he's like, and he got in his kung fu stance. He's like, fuck me, huh? Motherfucker. And then he jumps and then delivers a mean Liu Kang like flying kick to his chest, and then kicks him right out the window and leaves him there to hang. Somehow with the knife still in his hand. And then they try to get out, you know what I'm saying, and through the shed, and through the back shed and whatnot. And then Michael comes out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying, and tries to hurt Laurie. And then freaking Freddy busting through the door. And Michael thought he let him in there, but he didn't. And then busts around the door like trick or treat, motherfucker. And then tries to take him on with a shovel. And he hits him a few times, sure. But Michael eventually ends up breaking the shovel with his raw strength, and then he tosses Freddy to where the cable connections inside the shed were. And he was like, and then he saw that the doggone place was on fire. You know what I'm saying? He saw the electrical wires after Laurie was trying to defend herself. And then he pretty much shot Michael in his crotch. And then pretty much Michael is just sitting there getting electrocuted near the fire, getting burnt to the crust. He was like, burn, motherfucker, burn. And then he grabs Laurie and escapes with her. He was like, hey, Mikey, happy fucking Halloween, motherfucker. And I'm like, for once, the black guy is the hero, and he survives. Mind you, I watched this before I watched H2O. And LL Cool J has the same plot armor. Sadly, that plot armor did not work for Tyra Banks in this movie and Kelly Rowland in Freddy vs. Jason. Moving forward. Gotta love Halloween Resurrection. Got to. And for the #1 movie that everyone loves that I hate, it goes to The Notebook. And I still hate this movie. First of all, I remember getting...
I never understood the hype with this movie, bro. This is my senior year of high school, bro. No, actually, this ain't my senior year of high school, nigga. This is my sophomore year, junior year, and my senior year of high school, bro. What was the hype around this movie, bro, that made bitches want to go see this? We need to go see The Notebook. It's a good movie. Sat through that shit. I said, man, if you don't put no... I was like, man, I ain't trying to watch this shit. I'd rather watch Baby Boy than this shit. Get the fuck out of here. I ain't trying to watch this shit.
$40.
I ain't trying to watch that shit. I'd rather see Baby Boy. That's a real romantic movie. You want me to see a romantic movie? Turn that Baby Boy on. Let me see Tyrese and Taraji get butt naked and do things. I ain't got that on here no more. Hey, y'all, I ain't got that on here no more. I fucked up. I ain't got that on here no more, cuz. I ain't got that on the OBS. I used to have the Jody and Yvette scene on here, but it ain't on here no more. But nah, like I never understood this at all, bruh. I hated this movie, bruh. This movie is boring. I've never finished this movie, bruh. I've never finished it, bruh. I've always fell asleep or I turned that shit off, bruh.
What more do you want from me?
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
I just want my baby.
I just wanted to clap some cheeks. I'm not trying to sit through this bullshit, man. This and remember, this is around the time Steve Harvey became a snitch ass nigga, bruh. So this is when that act like a lady, think like a man bullshit came out. So now women want us to watch these dumbass movies and shit, and you gotta sit through these. I was one of the few people that was like, man, I ain't trying to watch this shit. What's up with it though, Shawty? You trying to fuck or not, Shawty? I ain't trying to go through this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was really pissed off. Like, y'all don't understand. I was really, really, really pissed off, bruh. I was really pissed the fuck off at this shit, bruh. On everything I love, bruh. I hated these fucking movies, man. For real.
Getting tricked into seeing it when I was 5 years old by my parents, thinking I was going to go see Spider-Man 2. Because remember, both this and Spider-Man 2 were in theaters around the same time. I thought I was going to go see Spider-Man 2, but nope. I saw this movie. And my 5-year-old butt halfway was snoozing through this. Snoozing.
Did this come out? Wait, when did this come out? I think this was this my sophomore year? Trying to see, was this my sophomore year? When did the Notebook movie come out?
In the United States of America, The Notebook was released on June 25th, 2004.
Yeah, so this would be my... Yeah, this would be my sophomore, junior... Yeah, it definitely was my sophomore year. I'm tripping. I'm definitely tripping. I was not trying to see this shit. I was like, hold on, Shada. I was just trying to fuck something. I ain't trying to sit over here and watch this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I had my little thing. You know, I had my little Mexicana, my little Latina. You know what I'm saying? I had my little thing in high school. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to always watch this weak ass movie. I was like, man, yo, cut this shit off, man. We could watch something else, though. Shit, we get something else. Shit, I got something else for you, baby. Put that motherfucking pinky on it. Put that motherfucking pinky on, baby. We get it popping up here. I was saying, though. Yeah. We put that on. We get into some shit. Yeah, nah. Put that booty talk 69 on there. Black wet booties on there and shit.
You's a freaky ass nigga.
I was not trying to watch this shit, bro. This shit was trash.
And then like, oh my God, every chick in the damn theater was swooning over Ryan Gosling. And I'm like, he's not all that. No Diddy though. And then like, oh my God, bro. The plot. Oh, the plot is so freaking messy. Oh my God. Like, this dude went hardcore simp level. Like, why you got ladies standing all these senses? Because you wanted to have it anywhere. Like, this is not real life, bro. And how this movie ended, oh my freaking Lord. Like, this movie had one of the saddest endings to a rom-com ever. Like, I thought rom-coms were supposed to make us feel good. And then they pretty much squandered everything by revealing that one of these characters ends up dying. What the hell? I don't get why this movie gets the praise that it does. I don't get it. And I still hate this movie. I might watch it for the first time in years as an adult, because the last time I watched it, I was a teenager, and I still didn't like this movie.
I will never watch this movie.
I don't want to talk about this movie anymore. I'm going to get too angry, and I don't want to break any of my equipment. But I'm going to get to the last movie that everyone hates that I love, and that honor goes to Spider-Man freaking 3. Yet another threequel that hit the mark for me. And I still come back and watch this and prove to y'all why Tobey Maguire is the GOAT Spider-Man when it comes to live freaking action.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm in the same boat with you, my nigga. I'm in the same boat with you, my nigga. I'm in the same boat with you. Hell yeah. Spider-Man 3 was that shit, nigga. Spider-Man 3 was that shit, nigga. Fuck y'all talking about, nigga. I don't give a fuck how many villains. They could've put a Rhino and Shocker in that bitch. I still would've loved that goddamn movie, nigga. Cause Tobey Maguire is the only Spider-Man that I know. Fuck you talking about, nigga. I don't give a goddamn what you talking about, boy. Spider-Man 3 was that shit.
Yes, I'm scared. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what he said to me. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
Hell yeah. The fight scenes, amazing. The comic storyline of Sandman being the true killer of Uncle Ben and Spider-Man wanting blood, amazing. Harry doing manipulative shit after losing his memory and then gaining it back, masterful. The only parts of this movie I didn't like is that Venom felt a little rushed. And Eddie Brock as Venom did not get enough time. That's the only bad part about this movie. That and Peter underneath the Venom symbiote was kind of tweaking, but it was semi hilarious at the same time though. Like especially that dance. That dance he was doing was, and how badass it was acting towards Eddie Brock after Eddie was trying to press him. Like step your foot on his neck, Peter. Stand up for yourself. Like the Venom symbiote gave Peter balls that he never knew he had. Not like he didn't have cojones when he was putting on the Spider-Man suit, but the Venom symbiote gave him like asshole level balls. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like that, and not to forget the little Russian shorty. She still had a thing for Peter. You know what I'm saying? She still appears in the movie, being her fine, lovely self. And then like he stood up to his landlord too. That was funny too. While he had the Venom symbiote when he was bad Peter.
Like give me a rip,
dude. He slapped the ish out of Mary Jane in the middle of the doggone dance floor when he fought. Was it Ed? Was it Eddie? Yeah, it probably was Eddie because I don't think Harry was in that dance club when Peter took Gwen there. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, shout out Gwen Stacy for making an appearance. She was hot. She was amazing. She was lovely. You know what I'm saying? And then like Mary Jane, you know what I'm saying, is doing her, you know, diabolical street shit You know what I'm saying? By getting with Harry after leaving Peter, after forgiving Peter for kissing Gwen Stacy on stage as Spider-Man.
She belongs to the streets. She belongs to the streets. She belongs to the streets.
Spidey, I don't do that.
She
But then again,
belongs
not
to the
everybody knows Spidey is
streets.
Peter like Mary Jane does. You know what I'm saying? So that's why she had a pennies in the bunch. You know what I'm saying? And then like it was for the camera. It wasn't really for real. You know what I'm saying? But if I were Peter, I probably wouldn't have done that. And this was Peter before the symbiote. I wouldn't have done that. But overall, I guess the payoff was fine. I mean, Sandman got redemption by saying that the gun accidentally went off when his partner was trying to tell him to book it. Because he didn't telling him that he was going to consider putting down the gun and going home instead of robbing his Uncle Ben for the car. So we got the redemption there. Harry dies fighting off both Venom and Sandman alongside Peter, realizing that Peter didn't kill his dad. His dad killed his dad.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. It was so much closure in the third one. It was so much closure in the third one that y'all niggas just didn't understand it at the time. Y'all didn't see the vision like I saw the vision. I saw so many stories getting closed. Him overcoming Uncle Ben. Him finally letting go of the Uncle Ben tragedy. Harry letting go of his father passing away. And I really wish that they would have broke Mary Jane and him up. And he had to realize that if I'm gonna be Spider-Man, I can't be in no relationships. I can't do none of that shit. I just gotta be Spider-Man, and I just gotta do whatever I gotta do to make ends meet. You feel me? That's how it should have been. And going into the next one, it should have created a new arc for Peter going forward for Spider-Man 4, but we never got that because niggas are fucking haters. See, y'all just didn't see the vision. Now everybody coming back around, so you know what? I was hating, bro. Spider-Man 3 was actually cold when you look at it from a long-term standpoint. Damn, bro, we really fucked that one up. You think, bitch? You think? You think, bitch?
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Ding, 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 ding. That's right, nigga.
You think?
Thought Peter killed his dad, but no. His brother told him that, look, I saw the whole thing, and your dad was trying to kill Peter, and Peter got out of the way in time. Your dad didn't. And that's what happened in the first movie. So Harry, realizing what mistakes he made, he gets his redemption by sacrificing himself in order to beat Venom and Sandman, alongside Peter, dying in Mary Jane's arms. And then how it ended was pretty cool and bittersweet because Mary Jane and Peter actually embraced each other and decided to just move on. You couldn't have wrote this any better. Minus how rushed Venom felt. Like, I felt like if Venom wasn't in this movie, the payoff would have been a bit more lasting. I kind of felt like Venom was a bit rushed. But it is what it is. That's it for all the movies 5 movies that everyone hated that I loved, and 5 movies that everyone loved that I hated. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. Leave a comment.
All right, man. Just go about do it for this one. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the homie Maverick channel. Make sure y'all run them likes up, the views up, the comments up, the subscribers up over there on his channel. And I will see you all in the next video. Till then, peace out.